Hello, 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 sellers. Come on in, come on in. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Have you heard this huge untruth about eBay selling? I've seen this several places. Um, I'm shocked that people are saying this, so that's why I'm going live, is to just sort of let's strike back at this untruth. I have my eBay pom-poms here. It's like, let's get the truth going. So we're going to get right to it. But so this is my first word of encouragement. When you hear things, whether they're on YouTubes or podcasts, realize that sometimes people say things, it's called clickbait, because they want you to come in, they want you to listen, and their YouTube or wherever they're broadcasting, it could be TikTok, is monetized. It means they're getting paid by the clicks and they're paid by the views. So sadly, what some people do is they will say some pretty outrageous things to get you in that really are just not true. So when you do hear things, and sometimes people just make an honest mistake, you always just want to go and check it out and just, find out if this is really true. And this is the big untruth that I've heard. And I've heard this in more than one place. So let's just set the record straight on this. Is if you have listings, you're selling on eBay, let's say you have 50 listings up or 60 or 100, could be several hundred, it could be several thousand. And then people will come and they will ask, oh, and their sales are slow, and sales are slow. So sales have slumped, sales are slow, and you're looking to increase your sales. And I've read this several places, which is why I'm bringing it up, is people say, well, just open an eBay store. Do you have an eBay store? The seller doesn't have an eBay store. And it's interesting because sometimes people have hundreds and hundreds of listings up and they don't have an eBay store for some reason. And we will talk about that. But they'll have a bunch of listings up and their sales are a little bit slow. So then the person, the YouTube, the video, the podcast, the social media post will say, well, then open an eBay store. Because when you open an eBay store, you get more traffic for your listings, okay? Without doing anything else. And we will talk about that, okay? That just, you have your listings, you go onto eBay, you don't have a store, you open a store, pow, automatically you're going to get more traffic to your listings, okay? And people will say, if you have, I've heard this, people say, if you have an eBay store, it will get you more traffic to your listings. And the answer to that is that's a big urban myth. I'm calling it out. No. And I've gone to senior staff on this. I've had this conversation several times. It was not true in the past. It's not true now. And I don't look for it being true in the future. But if it is, I'll do another YouTube. And this is, I do know where people are getting this from. So let's say you have, because without an eBay store, you get 250 free listings every month. Yay. And let's say you're around 200 listings or 250 listings, or let's say you've actually gone over the threshold, you're around 300 and you're paying eBay money for your listings, they'll say, well, you should open an eBay store. The reason why, so let's say you have 200 listings and you open an eBay store. The reason why you can see a lift, and a lift means you're getting more views, you're getting more sales. You might see a sales lift or a lift in views, is because now with an eBay store, and I mean starter, basic, premium, anchor, and our wonderful enterprise sellers with thousands of listings, you are using the tools that come with an eBay store. And all eBay store owners get all the tools. It's not tiered. You don't get more store promotional tools as you go up in the levels, okay? You get more listings included in the subscriptions. So whether you have a starter store, basic, premium, anchor, or enterprise, you all have access to the suite of promotional tools that are exclusive to store owners. All sellers have access to promoted listings once you've been on the platform for a while. Typically, when you're new, you don't have access to promoted listings. You do have to be selling for a while, have a bit of a track record, and then you can access them, okay? typically. But once you have a store, you're able to run a sale. So when you're scrolling through eBay, and think about this, when you're scrolling through eBay, and if you don't periodically search as a buyer, I encourage you to do it, because it's important to see and to think like, oh, I'm looking for the blue shirt. I'm looking for the blue pen. I'm like, just start whatever you need to purchase. Start searching it on eBay so you get in the habit of looking and seeing how eBay is presenting items. It's very, very, very helpful to you as a seller when you're creating listings. Okay. So with a store, you have access to running a sale. A sale, and you've seen it when you're searching on eBay, is when you have the slash pricing, and you see this at retail stores. Okay, slash pricing, the red line through the price drop, whatever. That does help you stand out in search. Why? Because the majority of listings don't have a slash price. They're at full price. So by being able to offer slash pricing, a sale, it shows on the listing, it can help you stand out, particularly when you're in highly competitive categories. And it seems like every category is highly competitive lately. So if you're selling the Ralph Lauren sheet set, if you're selling the Vera Bradley bag, if you're selling the Coach wallet, whatever it is, if you want to, you can put it in a sale if you have an eBay store of any level, and then it gets you the slash pricing. Slash pricing can help you stand out in eBay search. Why? Because it's different. It catches the eye of the shopper as they're scrolling through. If you're not aware of this as an eBay seller, if you have the basic store or higher, so not the starter store, you have a reduction in the final value fees. Now, in most categories, it's not a lot. It's only like a percentage point or so. But if you've got some high ticket items, it can add up. But one category I caught that it is quite different, much lower with a store than without a store, is in electronics. Okay. So if you do sell a lot of electronics, and I'm going to show you. So if you do sell a lot of electronics, let me just show you this. And even if you're selling some electronics that they're high ticket, it's worth taking a look at this, is you're going to take a look at what the price is without a store. So the price without a store, and this takes a little bit of work, it's actually, I'm going to scroll up to the top. This is, hang on a second. I got to scroll all the way up. Here we go. Okay. So with a starter store, okay, starter store, you get no reduction in the final value fees. Okay, so it would be the same as without a store. It's going to be 13.25. Okay, if you have a basic store or higher, and this is when you get to scroll down here, basic, premium, anchor, enterprise. Okay, you notice like a lot of them go down to 12.35, baby 12.35. Camera goes down to 9%. Okay. Cameras and photo categories is 9%. And without a store or just the starter store, it looks like it's going to be 13.25. So that's a big drop, okay, if you're selling cameras. And the other thing to take a look at is cell phone accessories. So cell phone accessories, cell phones and accessories categories, except for cell phone accessories, except memory cards, 9%. Okay, so that's a big drop. And the other one was computers, go down to 9%. And the reason I bring it up is if you sell a lot in those categories, even if you're not up around the 200, 250, this is the time where, and I actually have one, you can be asking Siri and Alexa this too, is when you pull out your handy calculator, which of course now is buried, I can't get my hands on it, and do your math. Okay, so do that because you can save a substantial amount on your final value fees. Again, you have to have the basic store or higher, so do your math, okay? But when people say things like, oh, you know, you'll automatically get a sales lift or an impressions lift, which means higher, without doing promoted listings, without doing anything else, just magic. Anytime you hear like, oh, just do this one thing and magically this thing happens, it's like, beware, Beware of magic pills. Beware of people promoting magic pills for eBay selling. It just isn't true. Wouldn't it be nice if it was? We'd all be going. Oh, and that was the other one I hear is if you're basic and you bump to premium, or premium and bump to anchor. I used to hear this more years ago, but I've been hearing it lately too, is also you'll get more sales. So if I pay eBay more in my store subscription, go higher level, I will get more sales. And again, what typically gets you the more sales with your eBay store is because with the subscription, you have X amount of listings, okay? So you're going to want to use those listings. So if I'm right around the 200 and my store is giving me, let's say 1,000 listings, it encourages me to list more because it's included in my subscription. The other thing, like I said, with the eBay store, because you have promotional tools, I can offer coupons publicly, privately, which I can share on social media. I can share by putting in packing slips in with items. I mean, there's a bunch of ways to share coupons. But with a store of any level, and that's why I'm pointing out, because with the starter stores, it's very low cost. You do not save on the final value fees. So if you're an electronics seller, you need to do your math, okay? But you do get the coupons and you do have the ability to run a sale. And particularly when you're in competitive categories, okay? Or perhaps sales are slumping just a tad and you're like, I'm not sure I want to spend more money. But you might take a look at trying a starter store. And again, my big encouragement when you do an eBay store, I did this when I first started an eBay store, which is like over 15 years ago. Do the monthly option. It is more money, but it's only like $3 more, $5 more. It's not that much more. Maybe it's $10 more. Again, it's not that much more. I'm going to say for the lower level, it's only a few bucks. Is do the monthly option. As much as we all like to save money, I encourage you when you first start your store, do the monthly. Make sure it's a fit, okay? That you like running sales and using the promotions, that you're using the promotions. Make sure you're using your store, okay? So that's why I do the monthly, and I would do the monthly for a couple of months to test it. Make sure it's a fit for you because we're all different, right? Some of us are part-time eBay sellers. Some of us are full-time eBay sellers. Some of us sell a lot of electronics. Some of us sell no electronic, some clothing, okay? But while you're doing it, and again, when you do the store, like your listings automatically go into your store, I do encourage you to try the promotional tools. Why? Because only the store subscribers have them. Only someone with a store can run a sale, can offer coupons. And the reason for doing that, certainly now more than ever, people are looking to stretch their bucks. So they're looking to save, that $1, $2, $5. It also helps you stand out in search. I actually talked about this recently when I was invited to speak for the Ecom Chicago group, okay? It helps you stand out in search. Why? Because you've got that slash pricing, because the coupon is showing on the listing. It's something that makes your listing different than everyone around you. So it grabs the eye of the eBay shopper. So they're looking, and again, they're going, yay, I'm saving some money. Yay, Kathy's offering a coupon. These are the eBay pom-poms. They gave these out for eBay Open. Yay, a coupon. Yay, a sale. And they come in and they shop with you and they look at you. And the other thing about running sales and coupons is they see it. So let's say the pen is on sale. They click it. They come in. They look at it. And because you've got an eBay store, they can then bump up to your store and they can search pens, pom-poms, shirts, whatever they want, but they're able to search within your store. With individual listings, I can't come in and search all your listings. I can look around a bit, but with the store, it really makes it easy for them to stay in your store. Think about brick and mortar retail, right? I've walked into Macy's. They want me to stay in Macy's and to shop in Macy's, to not walk out of Macy's and go across the street to the other store, okay? So that's what's so great about an eBay store. And that's why even the lower level starter store, even though you don't save on the final value fees, you have store categories, you have coupons, you have promotions, and it's bringing people to your listings. And then it helps them to look at your other listings. And that can increase what's called impressions, which is they're looking at your items. And that can increase your sales because you're getting more traffic. And you're getting more traffic typically because you're listing more with a store and you're running the promotions that can really help bring people in. And yes, you're giving them 10% off, 15% off, 20% off, but it's not like promoted listings where I'm paying a fee on top of the final value fee. I'm setting the discount. I'm offering the coupon. Okay. So it's my choice. I can turn the coupon on. I can turn the coupon off. I can turn the sale on. I can turn the sale off. I'm in control. And again, my electronic sellers, check it out because it is a nice saving on your final value fees there. Okay. I love talking about things that save you money, things that get you traffic. Okay. Things to help your listings to stand out in eBay search, regardless of the categories that you're selling in. Because when you stand out, you're attracting shoppers, which typically will bring you more sales and bring you more traffic to all of your listings. This is something that I love, love, love to work on. And I've done a very special workshop that I've created for you, which is I love my eBay selling. It is a live workshop, and I'm offering it on Monday, February 5th. And it is free, but you do need to come and sign up for it. It's going to be in a special pop-up group. So hop over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com. You'll see the link to sign up for the free workshop. You get a really cool worksheet, which helps you prepare for the workshop. And you'll get a link to come join the Facebook group where I'm going to live stream with everybody and answering questions about selling and helping people with their listings and helping people sell more. This is what I do. I work with my eBay selling membership. I work with my private clients. I speak at various meetups. I've spoken with eBay teams. I work on various beta teams. And I love, love, love to help people with their eBay selling and that you love your eBay selling. Whether you're new, please come join us. You are welcome, welcome, welcome. And my more experienced sellers, please come join us. But the link is on my website, ilovetobeselling.com. And come join, okay? Christy's saying people love to stack savings with sales and coupons. They do. Everybody loves to save money. And that's a wonderful offering with the eBay store is that you can offer that to people. Again, attracting shoppers. It helps you to stand out in eBay search. It helps you to get the sales. But come join. All levels of sellers are welcome. It's going to be a 1-hour workshop. It's live. I'm going to be live streaming with you, answering questions. So do come join. Again, hop over to my website, I Love to Be Selling, and grab the link to come sign up for this workshop. I love my eBay selling workshop. Sharon, thank you so much for joining me live. Christy, you too. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me live. Bye-bye, everybody.